thank you. Hey, you sit down. Sit down. Hey, don't make me tiger uppercut. No, I'm just joking. Thanks. Yeah. Welcome to Words with Ali. I'm your host, Ali Seavright, and this week's episode, I'm going to say some words on technology. More specifically, the evolution of gaming. Now, gaming is probably the biggest part of my life other than music, and it has dominated every era that I have lived through. I touched upon the end of the era of the Atari. I think I played a 2600 at someone's house when I was probably like 3 years old. I think the game I was playing was Pong. It was pretty good. And next came the Super Nintendo. Now, when we got the Super Nintendo, I believe we got it for Christmas one year. That was when I truly became a gamer. Because I'd spend hours upon hours trying to beat levels in Super Mario World and trying to beat my siblings in Mario Kart. And like, it was fucking fun as fuck. But it was so simple at the same time because there wasn't like a whole bunch of 3D graphics and shit to rely upon. And, it was just simple and to the point. And it captured us in such a way that we were just hooked. And like from there, I remember going over to my cousin's house. Big ups AA Ron. We'd play Street Fighter and Double Dragon on his Sega Genesis in the basement. Oh, and Sonic. Oh, fuck. How did I forget? How did I not say Sonic first? But yeah, that was fighting games. That was something else too. Like the Hadouken and Shoryuken. And like just trying to do moves. And I will say this, Aaron, you're a little bit cheap. You're doing the Hadouken a little bit too much. You're spamming it. I'm just saying, like that. You win a lot, but like you're kind of spamming a little bit. I'm just saying, like you need to run that back. Just saying, like I could beat you. I'm just saying. And what was I saying? Yeah, with these consoles specifically, you get a more dynamic 2D experience because there's more sprites, there's more bits, there's just more stuff happening. And like that was from going from the Pong and whatnot from the Atari, moving up. And as you're graduating through the system, the consoles over the years, the what's the word? The complexity in which they add to these games, like it gets crazy. Because then you get like the N64 dabbling into 3D, and then Dreamcast, PS1. Oh man, I remember playing Crash Bandicoot at my cousin's house, man. That was some fun shit. And then yeah, Dream Power. If y'all haven't heard about Power Stone, go Google it, find it, get an emulator, play it on your computer. Just play Power Stone. That was the Smash Brothers equivalent on I guess the Sega Dreamcast, but like I feel like it was better. It was just better in a way because you get the Power Stone and you get a super and you turn super and whatnot and you can do like a thingamajig. And yeah, and then we get to the Xbox PS2 era. Now I don't know if Xbox had the first like fully realized like FPS game with Halo. But Halo was, I'd say, the pinnacle at that time of FPS, because he had Unreal tournament that was, and Doom and those, but like Halo was like the prestige FPS game because it had such a different feeling. Because like we played, yeah, you had GoldenEye, which was like premium, and like don't even get me started on the GoldenEye pause music. We knew it was a bop back then. And then y'all bring it back today. Let me just move on from there. But like Halo captured the imagination so well and put it like in a format that we can just physically experience. It was such, because I remember the first time I actually played it wasn't even on an Xbox. It was on PC. Big ups my cousin Omar for showing me this. Also for showing me like PC gaming in general. Because I remember years ago, I was probably like 8 years old, and he showed me this RTS game. I think it was like Command and Conquer or Warzone, one of those two. And like, I just remember just being hooked. I just remember playing it for hours, like hours. Cause like you just build up buildings to build up resources, which you use to build other buildings to build troops. You use the troops to take over different areas and just kill your enemies. It was it was the pinnacle. I'm saying pinnacle too much, but it was the pinnacle of strategic gaming. And like I didn't even know about strategic gaming because I was playing Mario Kart from then on. I'm like, okay, the only strategy is like, okay, you get a red shell, you save it. But like, damn, it blew my mind. And yeah, so like Halo, playing Halo for the first time. First of all, I never played like a FPS before that. I mean, briefly Unreal Tournament, but like, yeah, I was dog shit at that. But like, this was like had a very open world feel to it. Like you can explore, and like you got these guns, and like you get these weird like a plasma pistol, a needler, and like, man, when I played it for the first time, I was hooked. I was hooked. I don't know what happened, but like something clicked in me. Is like, yeah, this is my game. This is my game. And like it'd be like a couple years later, when my pops would get us an Xbox for Christmas, and I believe my aunt bought me Halo for my birthday, and she said, "Oh, this is one of those the new games out, and yeah, I think you might like it." And like straight up, the best fucking birthday gift I ever got. Cause I played the shit out of Halo. I remember me and my bro, we play Legendary, and like we try to do the missions, and we always get killed and shit. And then like that one mission, Truth and Reconciliation. Get them snipers, night vision, he's sniping them. And when he get on that ship, we felt so good. We was like, yo, we saved all these Marines, all our homies coming with us. It's like, yo, we'll carry y'all to the end goal, yo. Just follow the Spartans, dog. Just follow the Spartans. Next thing I know, Golden Elite just whopped everybody. Squinks, squats, kaswinks, spoints, squeets, squeets, squeet. They all just got done up. Everybody got done up, man. And he had the invisible elites on top of that one. It was too much. We lost everybody. Everybody dead. Everybody going down. That was heart wrenching. And that was my first experience of like gaming rage. And like it was true rage because I was like, man, that motherfucker took all of our homies, yo. We saved them and he just took them without even thinking about their families. Little Bobby had 2 kids. What are they gonna do for Christmas? Huh? What are they gonna do for Christmas? Bobby gone. And don't even get me started on Martin. Shit. Actually, I didn't really like Martin that much. Anyway, yeah, Halo was a game that opened the floodgates for just like super intense immersion. Because I felt like I was the Spartan. This is me. I'm on this planet. I'm on this ring. I'm going out shooting these aliens. I'm trying to save my homies and just do the mission. And then next came Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Now that game on Xbox was it was, first off, the graphics on it were beautiful. At that time, like, I hadn't seen shit like that before, like, except for like when they're doing cutscenes. And like the cutscenes look good. I'm like, damn. It's like I was playing a movie. That was the experience. I was playing a character. I'm the main character of this movie. And like I'm experiencing it. And I'm making choices, real choices that have consequences. That was the thing. I had never played a game like that before. Where you can choose how you want to go. And like depending what you choose, you get a different end. Like to me, that blew my mind. And till this day, I'll tote that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic storyline is better than any of the Star Wars movies that are out. Uh, LucasArts, get on it. Start making the movie already. I don't know why y'all lacking on it. Like you already know. Like there's like 10 movies already. Just I could think of off the bat. Just do it already. Just do it. You got a whole series there, yo. Anyway, from Star Wars, I got the immersion of that, and then moving into Shenmue. Now, some of y'all might not know about Shenmue. Some of you do. But specifically talking about Shenmue 2, that was where I found my love of just like Asian culture. Even though it was like severely outdated because the story's set in like 1987. But like still, like it made me interested in martial arts. Like the moves I tried to copy, and me and my bro were just trying to practice these fucking moves. Like we're trying to do like a vortex kick and fucking like back throws and shit and all this other shit just from the game. And like, man, it was a masterpiece. Do you know the four Wudu? I'm looking for Master Li Xiao Tao. Like the monotone, just like I didn't even care. It's just like, man, it's just such a great game, man. And like over time, like games have improved so much from like it wasn't even 10 years. Wasn't even 10 years. You go from Super Mario to Shenmue. Like the shit that happened in between was magical. And the speed that it's developing at is crazy. Cuz even now we got what VR and oh man. Like I will say kids they have it better in terms of gaming, but like at the same time I think they don't because in the past we relied a little bit more on our imagination while gaming, and that kind of helped with the immersion and also the love and appreciation for these games too, man. Because like, man, what they could do with what they had back then was just amazing. And not to fault the gaming industry now, but like, they're releasing unfinished games for the most part, and then they're making up for it. It's like, oh, get the DLC and these starter packs and all these things to add to the games. Like, just release it when it's done. I know it's gonna cost you guys more money, but like in the end, just release a finished product and let the consumers decide whether or not they want to pour money into it after. Because the whole industry it's just wonky, man. And yeah, just seeing where it's going. Like soon, people just gonna be uploading their consciousness to like a virtual fucking cafe thing and experience life like that, and their body just slowly like they probably hook it up with like some nutrient uh intravenous thingamajig. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying right now. I'm just saying shit like I just know it's just gonna go there. That's where it's heading. It's gonna head to people like the anime shit where the people get stuck in a game and their body's dead but their mind is alive inside this virtual reality. I'm hoping it doesn't end up like that, but like it's kind of going there. But that's a tangent that I'll touch upon at a different time. But mostly like, do y'all remember arcades? I do. I remember going to an arcade. My pops. I remember he took me out of school one time, and he said, "Hey, don't tell your mom I'm doing it." And like I just hear like jingling in his pocket. And I was like, "Why? Why do you sound like you have like a million quarters?" I was like, "I'm gonna take you somewhere. Don't worry about it." I'm like, he took. I don't even know where this was anymore because it was like that long ago. And I remember going to like this like it looked like a comic book store, and then you walk down into the basement, and like this whole arcade just wafting with the smell of sweat and rage and just teen angst. And like I just remember it's just so dark and just and, like you hear the beeping and booping of different games, and I was just like awestruck. I was like, "What is this place, Father? My son. This is the arcade, where men are born and boys leave penniless. I was like, oh my. Please, Father, show me the way. And like I remember we would play. His favorite game was Time Crisis because like he was in the military for a bit, so he liked shooting guns and shit. And like he was a crack shot. I swear, like I would not want to see him pissed off with a gun in his hand because like he did not miss. He did not miss one target. It's like boom, 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 boom. I was like, okay, miss, miss, miss. I'm out of ammo. And he's like, yo, you gotta play better, man. You gotta play better. You gotta keep up. And like, man, you doing some next shit on this. He's like shooting behind his back. He did like a 360. He did a 360 no scope and shit. I'm like, he's doing no scopes before no scopes were a no scope. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is just built different. And I remember the experience. I met one of my best friends in the world. He was just going off on Mortal Kombat. And I remember walking over. I'm like, hey, you want to verse me? And like this little Asian kid's looking at me. He's like, yeah, sure. And like I chose my favorite. It was Mortal Kombat 3, by the way. I chose my favorite character, Sub-Zero, because my favorite color is blue, and I'm just like I like freezing people and uppercutting them and shit. And he chose Reptile. Now a lot of you don't know Reptile was fucking broken because there's no lag on the slide, and he did like this acid spit, which is pretty much unblockable, and he took advantage of this, and he'd do the acid spit, I'd jump, and then before I could even block and hit the ground, he'd do the slide and hit me. And he did this and won, I think, about 15 times in a row. 15. Now, I got mad. I started pushing him, and he's getting mad at me. He's like, why are you pushing me? And I'm like, yo, man, you're being cheap. And he's like, no, I'm just playing the game, which is true. He was playing the game, but he's playing the game in a way that was fucking cheap. And I tell you, just hearing flawless victory after flawless victory over and over again, it was really getting under my skin. And it got bad, like, to the point where, like, when he said it out loud, he's like, flawless victory. I fucking punched him as hard as I could. I punched him with all my fucking might in that arcade. And then he started crying. And then I ended up having to apologize to him and his uncle who had brought him there. And found out that we didn't live too far from each other. And then, later on we just, started hanging out. And we became friends. And that's the magic about gaming. Gaming brings people together. Whether through rage or happiness, it brings us together as a people. So, yeah, get you some games in your life. Maybe you may make a new friend. And then like now talking from consoles, you got the cabinets that arcade cabinets that you don't really see anymore. Now we got mobile gaming. Now, mobile gaming is a fucking beast right now. It is dumb. You can play Call of Duty on your phone. You can play, like, big title games on your fucking phone right now. Like, full on. Like, the graphics are a little bit less, obviously, because you're on the phone. It doesn't have the same capacity as, like, a console or computer, but it is fucking nice. And honestly, that's, I believe, the future of gaming, because who do you know that doesn't have a phone these days? Most everybody has a phone, and most phones have the capacity to play some sort of mobile game, because there's like such a variety of games that you can play on your phone. Just such a variety. Like idle games, you have adventure games, puzzles, like, bruh, like, it's the future. And I'm here to see where it goes. Hopefully it goes in a good direction. Obviously they're going to be making more powerful phones. And with that, they're going to have more capabilities. And soon people aren't even going to have consoles anymore. They're just going to have their phone, connect their phone to their TV, and then have a controller. And then that's it. I think the way of the console might be slowly phasing out in the future. And For someone that has experienced console gaming for the majority of my life, it might be sad to see it, but it's nice to see that evolution is still happening. Because what has happened in the last 25 years is bonkers. Like from Pong all the way up to like virtual reality. Like, that's fucking bonkers. So I'd like to see what the next 25 years looks like for gaming, and hopefully take you guys on a journey with that too. And before I go, I'd like if you're not a big gamer, if you're not into gaming, try it out. Like, it's very accessible nowadays. If you got a phone, you can game, and you might make some new connections. Make some new friends, and that's very critical during these times. And yeah, it's all game. Let's get it. Peace.